Hello everybody, Mike from the Rewatch Project with Hannah and Mike podcast here, and I am back with another edition of Front Row, these music reaction videos, and I am back in the wonderful world of Bruce Springsteen. I will be covering a newly released but not newly recorded song, Faithless. This is from the upcoming Lost Albums box set, aka Tracks 2. I'm a lifelong Bruce Springsteen fan, so it's a really fun thing to be able to react to Springsteen, because I do like to only, for the most part, do first time watch or first time listen reactions, you know, and they're honest. You know, I do only react to things that I've never heard before or never seen before, and it's very rare that I get to do that with Bruce Springsteen, because I'm one of those people who, even back when I was 15, 16 years old, I'd go around all the record fairs and I'd find all the cassettes, bootlegs and the vinyl bootlegs of the Born in the USA outtakes, the Darkness outtakes, the 1972 John Hammond audition cassettes, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, I'm a super Springsteen geek. So it's going to be really interesting to kind of apply the music reaction lens to a newly released Springsteen song. So yes, this is the third of the Lost Albums songs to be put out there. I've really liked the first two so far. We've had Rain in the River, and we've also had Blind Spot as well. And the thing that I have liked about those songs is that they're definitely from the non-E Street Bruce. And of course, you know, being a lifelong Springsteen fan, I, worship at the Church of E Street. But at the same time, I have always been very partial to Springsteen's non-E Street band experiments, you know, going all the way back to Nebraska, of course. But also, you know, I love Tunnel of Love. I love The Ghost of Tom Joad. I like the Seeger Sessions, I'm sorry. But I do also like a lot of the kind of home recording and the soundtrack stuff that he's done, you know, like Lift Me Up and Missing, Streets of Philadelphia, of course, as well. So Blind Spot, for example, I know a lot of people didn't like that because it's got the kind of hip hop beats and it's very sparse, but that's like catnip to me. I like it when Bruce goes kind of deep and spooky and experimental. And but this, I don't know what to expect. The Faithless album, I believe this was recorded to be the soundtrack album to a film that never happened. So don't know what to expect here. But before getting into this, just a quick reminder that I do appreciate likes and subscribes. Subscriptions make a huge difference. People find the channel, conversation ensues, and that's a great motivator for doing these with a greater level of regularity. Also, do check out the Rewatch Project with Hannah and Mike, the podcast that shares his feed, where my wife Hannah and I go back and rewatch some of our favourite film and television franchises, in addition to the film, TV, and music reactions and other good assorted pop culture related content that cohabits this channel. Right, yeah, let's get into this. Faithless, Bruce Springsteen. Who knows what this is going to be like? Let's go. Sounds like Malamoris Banks from Devils and Dust. Very across the border.
Well, I woke by the rocks of the river.
Bit of My Beautiful Reward as well.
Faithless, faithless, and I met you.
Oh, Bruce. He's so good at those subtle, meditative key changes, you know? I mean, I think this is why people struggle to cover Springsteen songs so much, because there's such a X factor. If that's the chorus of this song, it's just the word faithless 3 times and until I met you. But that change at the end and the incredible cadence and timbre that Springsteen has, you know, because I've been doing a lot of reactions to Elvis Presley videos recently, and I've said this a lot about Elvis, but even more so with Springsteen, his biggest skill ultimately is communication, you know, communicating the human experience, you know, and you think of whether that be writ large, you know, through the broad, relatable themes of a song like Born to Run or Thunder Road, or the minutiae of songs like Moonlight Motel. Some of its age, some of its familiarity. Being a Bruce fan, of course, you know, I've been on the message boards and the Facebook groups, and it's really funny seeing what different people prioritize. When Rain in the River came out, people were like, well, there's hardly any lyrics. Like, you know, quality is measured on the amount of lyrics. In which case, if that was the case, then we would all agree that Greetings from Asbury Park is his best album because it's mile a minute. But the power of economy that Springsteen has, being able to just have such a simple lyric but imbue it with such meaning, is what he does. And it's really hard to explain that. So anyway, I'm going to go back a little bit. If this is the first time watching this channel, by the way, I do talk all over these. I stop them frequently. That's just how I react. It is what it is, all right? Very Tom Jones, Devils and Dust, of course.
Rocks of the river, faithless,
Such frailty.
faithless, faithless. Then I met you.
Beautiful.
I walked neath the eaves of the garden.
Beautiful slide.
Faithless,
Ooh.
faithless, faithless. Then I saw you. I stood in the fields of the mountainside, looked out across the open lane.
Very Devils and Dust.
I walked in the valley neath an endless sky. Faithless, faithless, faithless. Then I found you.
I mean, ironically, it's a very spiritual sounding song. You've got the multiple voices as well, kind of creating this very meditative, you know, you can imagine people with their eyes closed in a kind of sense of reverie. But it also has that expansive kind of Aaron Copland thing going on as well, that Western Stars elicited a little bit. Very Cormac McCarthy. You know, like I think of the video that Bruce did, the promo video for Hunter of Invisible Game, was playing in that canvas as well. You know, the assassination of Jesse James, the Brad Pitt film, had that as well. It was this very kind of esoteric Western, this kind of spiritual meditation of the iconography of the Western more than an actual Western genre film. And that's what I kind of feel here. I feel the open plains as metaphor for transcendence. And that's what I feel like this song is eliciting, you know. And it is very cinematic, as a lot of Bruce's music is. But of course, this was being written for a film. So there's that extra element of esoteria there as well, I guess. Let's get back in. It's that synthy, stringy kind of underpinning that he used a lot in the mid-2000s.
I reached for the hem of his garment.
Religious imagery.
I stood in the light of the doorway. I saw my face in the waters at the riverside. Faithless, faithless, faithless. I woke by the rocks of the river.
I like that technique. Again, I mentioned Midnight Motel earlier on, but Bruce does that there, where he sings the repeated refrain, but doesn't complete the melody. And then it slows, and then he gradually goes back into another verse, and presumably you will get that the satisfaction of that phrase being completed at the end of a song. It's a technique he's used a lot since The Rising, really. But you hear it a lot in Western Stars and Devils and Dust as well, and it's here too.
I woke by the rocks of the river. Faithless, and I found you.
You can see the scenery, you know. Yeah, it was a beautiful sort of tone poem. Great, subtle, widescreen song. And that's one that I don't think, it won't be for all tastes, but I don't care. You got to run your own race, right? And I think that we're kind of 3 for 3. I like the fact that all of the songs, although they've come from very different eras, of course, that have come out so far, none of them really are traditional E Street sounding. I guess Rain in the River is probably the closest. But they're all really simple, somewhat experimental, meditative feeling songs. And I like that. I like it when Bruce gets expansive. And I think I can see why some of this stuff didn't get put out, because it wouldn't have been that commercial. And particularly when you look at when they would have come out, it wouldn't have made sense really for Bruce to put out something like this after Devils and Dust, in the same way that, you know, after Tom Joad, he couldn't really have put out another album like that. And of course, the film fell through from what I hear about this. But yeah, I really like that. And I can't wait for tracks 2. I'm going to react to the whole damn thing. So subscribe and come back, because there's going to be a lot more Bruce Springsteen on this channel. Also, do check out the other music reactions that I've got on here, and the other film, TV, and general music and pop culture related goodness that's also here. So yeah, likes and subscribes. Please do leave comments here on the channel. I look forward to hearing from you. Yeah, I'll see you soon. All the best. Bye-bye.